Good morning, America. Well, actually, it's good afternoon. Just barely 2 minutes after 12 in the New York area, and it's 11:02 where I am in Medellin, Bayo, Colombia. Okay, so here we go. I have my story that I tried to do last night, but the video disappeared. I couldn't find it. So I waited till this morning, and Midas Touch put up another video explaining everything so that you get to understand what's going on. Apparently, in Ohio, there's a law that says a civilian can fill out a complaint against another person, and then it has to go to a prosecutor who has to see whether or not there's a cause to continue the charges and what have you. And apparently that's what happened in Ohio. People got pissed off about Trump going around and Vance going around saying that they're eating that the Haitians are eating pets. So now there's the beginning of criminal charges being filed against Trump and Vance, and they are like false alarms, telecommunication harassment, menacing, and others. All of which has actually happened, all of which they have the evidence to say this has happened. Now, I don't know if there's the prosecutor in Springfield, Ohio has got the balls to go against Trump and Vance, but I hope he does, because that would be just wonderful. I volunteer to come back to the United States and go arrest Donald Trump. Put the cuffs on Donald Trump. I'll spend the money. I don't care. It'd be worth it. It'd be fun, to see that fat pig get what he deserves. But the odds aren't as, as things go, odds aren't really in the favor of the Haitian people getting those charges, or whoever decided to put that affidavit into the court system. But it's fun, watching Trump swear a little bit and saying he's going to stand around saying they got no authority. I never said that, and man, it's on tape. Come on, it was you did it in the debate. National television, CNN, they saw you say these things, okay? And what's happened afterwards is just not right. And on top of this, they're threatening to deport the Haitians to Venezuela. They don't live in Venezuela. They didn't come from Venezuela. What kind of a moron is running this stuff, Well, it's Donald Trump, of course. There's the answer right there. And what's the whack jobs that's been running around with her hand on his ass? I think it's his ass. Well, you never know. Loomer, yeah, that one, yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I'm glad I'm not a politician. The thing of Venezuela is just, these are 15,000 people that were invited to the community to help replace manufacturing jobs that were lost due to COVID and other jobs. They were invited. They weren't. They didn't get on some boat and a submarine and show up and then sneak across the country. They were invited to Springfield, Ohio. They're there legally. But Trump doesn't know what the word legally means, so that's a story for another day. He has no conception of what legal means. He has no respect for the law, unless it benefits him. And that's something that the people that are out there that are supporting Donald better understand. If you're supporting Donald and Donald's going along some wacky program or something, and you support it, then understand this. He's not doing it for you. He's doing it for himself. Donald Trump is a narcissist, a hugger of himself, you know. I'm assuming that he's, you know, sex was something he just did for minimal pleasure of himself, not of anybody else. I'm telling you, you can take this to the bank that Trump will not lift a finger unless it benefits himself. That's just the way he is. You can look at the way it's phrased, you can look at the way it's advertised. I guarantee you, do a deep dive on whatever it is you're looking at, and you'll find out the one who benefits, the biggest benefit or go to would be Donald Trump. If he becomes president of the United States, it's not to benefit the United States, trust me. The biggest benefactor of that is Donald Trump. One, it stops prosecutions, all prosecutions against him. Because you can't prosecute a sitting, an elected president, I don't believe. You have to wait till he gets out of office, you know. And he'll never make 4 years. As I said before, he is so uncontrollable, so stupid, that his own party will remove him. Whether it's by impeachment or shot to the head, whatever method they decide to use. So, besides the obvious, which is keeping him out of jail and whatnot, he, by running for office, it's like they said, do you think he'll run again in 2028? Of course he's going to run. He may say no now, but of course he's going to run, because he gets to keep taking money from the super PAC. He keeps getting to take your money to pay for his McDonald's. Okay? This is not a man that would volunteer to do charity work, will not doesn't support anybody or anything except himself. And the fact that this is all out there, it's all in the, it's just not just in the news, it's in the, it's in documents that he's presented. If you interpret them, if you, like I said, if you do a deep search on him, you'll find out. And deep searches are hard to do in Donald Trump, because you have to shuffle through so much bullshit, legalese bullshit, to find out anything about Donald Trump. He's not transparent, other than the fact that you say, if you say he's a narcissist, that's the transparency. Beyond that, the actual acts and whatnot are hidden. In most cases, are hidden pretty well. You know, it's like now they're investigating Melania. She's been paid money she doesn't even know about. 6-figure fees for speaking fees. Okay, one payment they're in particular, but they say there's been about 5 or 6 payments in the same amount of over $260,000 that she was paid to speak. I didn't even know she spoke. I mean, I didn't even know where she spoke or that she did this, because I haven't seen any videos of it or anything. So I really am not that she actually did these things, but they don't know where the money came from. And you know that money went to Trump, or it was paid to Melania to keep her mouth shut about certain things that she might or might not. I doubt if she knows anything that happened in the last year or so, the last 4 years or so, that could harm Trump, because she's been shut out completely from whatever Donald does. You know, the Trumpster. Trumpster rhymes with dumpster, and I hope that's where he's going. But I don't understand the American people, because whatever he says he's going to do, unless it's something bad, he's not going to do it. Unless it benefits him. And you people sit around and go, yeah, Donald Trump, what is that? I like what he says he's going to do. What's he say he's going to do that makes any sense to you? That doesn't include deportation or something like that. See, that's the problem with his deportation. He's not going to deport these people back to their home countries. He's going to dump them someplace. Because that's what, in his opinion, that's what was done here. They weren't dumped. They fought, they paid money, whether they got here legally or illegally, they fought, they paid money to get to this country because they thought they could help out their families, not individuals, families, you know. Trump hasn't done anything that benefits his family. Trump does everything that benefits him as an individual. He don't care about anybody else. He doesn't. You think he cares about his daughter, or his son-in-law, or his son? You think he cares about Barron? No. Melania's protecting Barron. Otherwise, Trump would use him for whatever to try and help get himself elected. You know. Oh, my daddy is such a nice man. He's so good. When was the last time you saw him? That wasn't at a funeral or something. When was the last time you two guys sat down and had dinner together, you know, at home? That's an interesting question to ask him. When was the last time that you guys, somebody should ask Trump that. When was the last time you sat down and had dinner with your wife and son? Okay? And I'm not talking about at a table 30 feet long with you at different ends of the table. You know what I mean? I'm talking about sitting down in I know it won't be conventional dining, but you know, at a dining room table and having a meal together. When was the last time you sat down and had coffee with your wife? When was the last time you sat down and had a cocktail? I don't know whether he drinks, so I don't want to say, you know, but you know what I'm talking about. When was the last time you had a cocktail, you know, after he came home from wherever? And sat down and talked. I'd be interested in knowing that, but nobody wants to ask the tough personal questions of Donald Trump. God forbid, you know, because you're going to find out that he's nothing he's nothing but a piece of shit. Useless piece of shit as far as I'm concerned. He's good at making faces, you know. Maybe they could use him as a next Joker because he's got that big stupid smirk he puts on his face. You know, maybe he could, or the Penguin. Penguin would be better because he's fat, out of shape. Penguin's fat and out of shape, you know. But they'd have to teach him how to hold an umbrella because, you know, he doesn't hold umbrellas. He has somebody hold the umbrella for him. Donald's never had to work a day in his life. Donald's never done an honest day's work in his life. And I'm not saying that any other, I'm not going to sit around and say, well, Biden did. I don't know. I don't know Biden's history. I know Trump's history. Born into money, born into privilege. I don't think they passed him through college or high school because, you know, for money reasons. I think they just wanted to get rid of the fat bastard because I think he's a real pain in the ass. And it's just, you know, and I think that they probably had to have bodyguards when he was in high school because I know if I saw a kid, I know what happened to me in high school. I can tell you what. You know, he went to my high. If he ever showed up at my high school, he'd be lucky if he got out alive. You know, that's just it. So anyhow, I will as soon as the information comes available to me, I will. I've got inquiries into CNN and CBS and all the major channels there to see if what the deal is with this. Criminal charge thing, to find out if there's more to it or if it's just a piece of paper and it's just a symbolic act. All right. So in the meantime, it's Wednesday, Hump Day. Tomorrow night, Thursday night football. The Giants play Dallas. Oh, I'll tell you what. One thing I know about Dallas: don't play them when they're pissed, and they're pissed. This could be a very, very long night for the New York Giants. Anyhow, that's all I got right now. What can I tell you? I had to search for this story all night almost. All right, so listen, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.